Hello, and welcome to Glanbia's Dairy Focus. In this week's episode, we catch up with Phil Meaney, one of our branch managers, on spring reseeding and clover inclusion, as well as multi-species swards.
We're here in Carlow today, just to mention a couple of things on grass seed. I suppose one of the main things on grass seed the last number of years is clover and inclusion of clover. I suppose with irrigation, we've moved to putting in clover in a kilo in a lot of our mixes, so a kilo per acre. And realistically, I think to not put it in is losing the opportunity, because if to get it back into a sward afterwards, into a growing sward, is next to impossible. And what we would be recommending is to try to go in early. And okay, you kill a certain percentage of clover that's there, but very little. So if you go in realistically after probably 4.5 to 5 weeks max, that a lot of your clover won't be up. So you will probably kill the 10% of the clover that's up, but definitely there will still be a lot of clover there, because afterwards, trying to get back afterwards is not simple. It has very mixed results. As towards overseeding clover into swards, yes, it can be done. Ideally, probably after second cut silage, when the main burst of growth is gone out of the grass, to come along and to put the clover in that stage. I probably would say putting in about 2 kilos per acre. But the whole thing is that you want moisture, and a lot of moisture afterwards. So if there's a dry spell, it's definitely not going to take, but it still can have varied results, and a lot of it is weather dependent. But don't pass the end of July. After the end of July is really too late to be overseeding clover. I suppose the two main mixes we have are premium grazing and one cut and graze. Our premium grazing, in a nutshell, it's a quality mix. It's what we do is pick the best two diploids and the best two tetraploids and put them in. I suppose over the years we have increased the tetraploid section of it, so we've probably been down to 30%, and we're probably double that now at probably 60% of a mix. And look, it's lads are happy with it. It grazes out very well, and the quality is there. On the one cut and graze, it nearly fits in a lot of other situations where it's one cut of silage, it's a later cut of silage, it's a grazing dry stock, so it covers a very good ground cover. So on wetter sites, absolutely perfect. The other one we have is a tetraploid mix, where we have a mix of 3 different tetraploids if lads wants to go all that way. It just takes a bit more management, the higher levels of tetraploid you put in, but working very well for us over the last number of years.
Over the next couple of weeks, we will have more information on grassland management for you as part of our Great Grass programme. But why not share your grass growth figures using the hashtag Dairy Focus? We also have a new video for you on calf disbudding using local anaesthetic and non-steroidal anti-inflammatories for calves of any age as best practice methods in disbudding calves. And remember, there is also the video from Thomas Murphy on how he uses milk recording in his herd. And remember, now is the time to be booking in your first milk recording of the season, because this first milk recording will give you a lot of information on how successful your dry cow therapy was, if there was any infections picked up during the dry period. It will also identify cows that are a source of infection for all the other cows in the herd early on in lactation, and it will allow you to target the recently infected cows for sterile milk sampling, so you can do culture and sensitivity testing, which will identify the type of mastitis you have, whether it's contagious or whether it's environmental, and target the treatment accordingly. Also, as part of your milk recording reports now, you will see which cows in your herd are profitable and which ones are costing you money, as well as an up-to-date EBI figure, which is very handy coming up to the breeding season and with your bull selection. If you want any more information on any of the topics covered in this week's episode, please talk to your local Glanbia representative or log on to glanbiaconnect.com.